Chapter 7. Controlling Your Feelings. Gustave Flaubert once inferred that one can be a master over what he is doing, but not over his feeling. True to those words, our feelings cannot be mastered, but we can learn to regulate them. Why should our feelings be regulated? Is there any use for doing so? And what role does the mind play in controlling your feelings? These questions will be comprehensively answered in this section. Our feelings are expressions of our emotional and mental state of existence. Normally, tied to our physical and social sensory feeling, they are used to react to joy, fear, love, disgust, sadness, hate, pleasure, and a host of other emotions. In order to prevent extreme behaviors which usually come at high costs, we must control and suppress some emotions and feelings. Persons who cannot generally control their feelings engage in unwarranted acts of violence, fighting, unprotected sex, and abuse of different substances which will undoubtedly put their lives at risk. There is a wide range of factors that contributes to such lack of control apart from the feelings generated by the mind. These factors include environmental, genetically, social, and biological factors. Managing your emotions can be likened to developing a skill. It involves learning a better way of doing something. It requires change on our part. In reality, we struggle to accept change as humans. This is largely due to many factors, but the working of the mind is highly influential in this regard, as we have discussed earlier in part 1 of this book. Controlling your feelings will get you mentally stronger. The good thing is, everyone can benefit from controlling their feelings. Here is why you should keep your feelings in check. Keeping your feelings in check. Is there any use? It is very easy to avoid taking the risk due to fear or make an outburst in anger that we later regretted. This happens when we let our feelings slip unchecked. The mind is powerful. So it is with emotions, hence feelings. Our moods influence our reactions to situations happening around us. Is it the way we reply questions thrown at us, spend money, or deal with challenges? Our emotions at the time will determine the outcome of these events. Persons who have no control over their feelings engage in impulsive use of substances, uncontrolled sex, intense anger, shoplifting, and illegal driving. These persons also lack self-esteem, experience mood swings, feel insecure, cannot set and attain goals, exhibit tendencies to commit suicide, and can barely manage personal relationships. Keeping your feelings in check is not the same thing as managing them. Ignoring how you feel about certain situation will not make these feelings go away. Rather, such feelings will get worse when they are not addressed properly with time. Also, there is a likelihood of turning to coping skills that are unhealthy for support. These include the abuse of drugs and alcohol. Experts are of the opinion that medical attention is needed to help persons who cannot keep their feelings in check to regain control. Needless to mention, emotions or feelings are vital in order to fully live one's life. Here are some ways that can help you to get better control of your mood. Number 1. Acknowledgement. The first step required in keeping your feelings in check is to acknowledge your present mood. You have to be certain of how you really feel inside at the time. Also, take note that emotions as anger mask vulnerable emotions such as embarrassment or shame. Your emotions should not only be identified but named. This will help you sort out multiple emotions and further help in keeping your feelings in check. Number 2, restructuring your thoughts. The way you interpret different situations is highly influenced by your emotions. When you are excited, you are more likely to view situations with optimism, while sadness brings about fear and pessimism. Reflect on your emotional filter and take a more realistic stance by reframing your thoughts. Restructuring your thoughts involves embracing a more positive outlook when pessimism sets in. Not all situations will present itself with the same level of ease. Some things, all you simply need to do, step back, look within, isolate your emotions so that you can have a clear line of thought. While more is required, the bottom line is to stop ruminating on negativity. You will easily lose control of managing your feelings. You can embark on activities that will switch the channel of negativity in your brain, such as taking a walk and running a chore. Number 3, boost your mood. When we feel down and find ourselves in a bad mood, we tend to remain in such moods as we engage in activities that will keep us there. Staying in isolation and complaining endlessly about our ordeal to people are some ways to lock yourself within the corridors of negative feelings. Action is needed on your part to move away and embrace positivity. Reflecting on those activities you engage in when you are happy is the first step to take. After identifying these activities, replicate them. Your mood gradually changes and you start feeling better. Having an upbuilding discussion with a friend via phone call or in person, meditation, taking a walk, exercising, and listening to uplifting songs will easily do the trick as they serve as mood boosters. Number 4, eating balanced diets and exercising. Engaging in exercise and maintain a balanced diet plays a vital role in checking one's feelings and controlling emotions. This has been proven to be true over a series of studies. So, if you want to put your feelings in check, stay away from junk food, eat balanced meals, and maintain a good routine of exercise. Number 5, slowing down rage. Words are not easily retrievable when blurted out. Anger and rage is one reason why people say very hurtful things and engage in regrettable actions. Most times, deeds done in anger cannot be undone. Hence, it is imperative to put a check on anger and rage in the quest to control your feelings. This is possible by learning self-control. Before doing or saying something, visualize possible outcomes to your actions. This will give you enough time to pause and think before embarking on a regrettable path of no return. Number 6, choice. This is the most difficult part of putting your feelings and emotions in check. This is basically as a result of the involvement of our habits. The manner and means by which we manage our emotions and react is a habit. Some persons have created a habit of associating unpleasurable situations with freaking out. They have practically been hijacked by their emotions. So, if they encounter any situation presenting a measure of challenge to them, they simply freak out. Our habits come to the fore as learning to identify, understand, choose, and listen to our emotions is not something we suddenly bump into. Rather, it requires time, continuous effort, and discipline in building the skill. Keeping your feelings in check over time can be tough. This is why many persons do not make much effort and give up eventually. Sometimes you will basically lose the plot, but this should not deter you from moving on. Continuous practice will make you mentally strong. This will be accompanied by higher self-esteem and confidence in your ability in handling challenges. A person who can effectively manage his emotions and put his feelings in check will be viewed as one with logical reasoning, an effective conflict handler, a person with high emotional intelligence, inner peace, and self-confidence. Not only will he feel in control of his life, but he will also increase his happiness and live a much healthier life as stress and regular emotion upheaval is reduced.